There we go. Let's check on the PC side of things. While I, so just checking on the PC side of things while I, while I bring up my Twitch chat on PC. Cause I try to do a little thing of I'm able to do that or whatever. Try to do like a certain thing or two before not beforehand, and it's like like before I hit live, I try to make sure like I had at least click the button or click the the link click the link thing in order to make sure all that stuff happened. I said, way. Alright. Hey, Nook Nook, how are you? Awesome, awesome. Alright. I'm gonna check the stream on my phone, so it's looking sound and everything, hopefully. Okay. So something I kind of do as per tradition, like I go to my stream, I go to my, go to some certain place, check things out and whatnot. Okay. Alright, so everything seems good. Bots have done their stuff in my chat, the right bots, I mean. And, bots done stuff on Onyx Discord. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and hopefully get started. So, as always, everyone, hey-ho, my fellow Rumble Maniacs. It's Mr. Rumble Roses here, and welcome to yet another installment of Elden Ring Night Rain. So, before I get started, I kind of want to, address this, a little thing or two. I know that I am a bit late to streaming and everything tonight. There's technically two reasons for it. One of which was tiredness. I've talked about this before in several different streams, but I am someone who does not have a sleep schedule. I stay up for as long as I want, sleep in as long as I desire and all that stuff without really need to worry about a whole lot of stuff. And I guess you could say it was kind of like one of those, and I guess you could say it's kind of like one of those little situations. I was kind of like just I was kind of yawning a bit, even though like sometimes it happens, even though if I'm not like really tired. But like I was kind of just yawning, I was yawning a bit. And I was like, okay, well I'm gonna just kind of just chill in bed. Even though it was kind of like somewhat maybe like an hour or so before I would usually like get things ready to uh like before like I would usually like get things ready to prep myself for the stream on that day. Sorry if you hear me double again there. Um, but yeah, and it was one of those cases where it's like I kind of just got a little bit of random sleep and finally managed to drink hang myself out of my bed. Um, second reason is because of construction. Now, I wasn't really expecting this to happen, but my stepdad and my brother were apparently working on our porch and everything today. Um, apparently putting in, I guess, like some new pieces of wood, because I don't know like what the quote unquote true name of it is, but it's basically like we got like a wraparound porch type thing that pretty much goes to from like like one end all the way around and stuff like that. And it's it's pretty much going to be wooden. So there was that. Um, and so there's gonna be like a lot of like like this like the bang the banging with hammers and stuff like that. So I was like, well, I don't know how long it's gonna be, so I'll just kind of just wait and see. So yeah. But anyway, so today what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be doing another little fun playthrough type thing. And then you can probably tell by the title of the stream as to what it is, but for those that have no fucking do, I'm gonna be doing another Guardian playthrough again. This time I'm gonna be doing a build that I've made involving all four of Guardian's abilities. So before I get started and everything, I want to kind of put it out there and say that at one point in time when I was doing I was doing a bit of research here and there, and I discovered that basically there was a thing with a couple of Nightfare characters that had at least that one relic that had two things going for them to be able to to use for like in builds, and those two Nightfarers were Wilder and Guardian. So yeah, like I looked at all that and everything, and I discovered that apparently they have I discovered like they have like two they have like they both have that one relic that has two special that has like two character specific abilities tied to them. And upon doing a bit more research, it seemed as though that a lot of the characters, if not all the characters, have at least like four unique little abilities that are tied to their own. So let me just hold on. I'm trying to get the swing of things. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically, each character has 1, 2, 3, 4. Four specific little character traits and all that. And these things are, and and there's a couple of things that are what I refer to as character stats, stat changing. It pretty much is it's pretty much a thing that changes up the character stats a little bit to something else. Like for Wilder, you can have like a Mind Wilder, but that's a slight cost of vigor, aka health. And you got like Guardian, where it's like you got like improved strength and dex, but reduced vigor and stuff like that. Those I would say like originally came from like Deep of Night relics. So yeah, but yeah, like each character has like four specific things. I think Raider for the most part, he only has like two character specific things that are tied to him, but the other two can be what I kind of refer to as like universal. Um, so what I did was I pretty much like it was like looking at the relics and stuff that I had, and I was trying to just make certain builds, like make probably like one of the best builds that I could do. Now, I did change one thing on Wilder's thing, but I'm going to kind of just show it off real quick. So, so for Wilder, the one relic that has two special little things for him is the Wilder's earring. you can be able to get this from doing his remembrance. Now, if I remember correctly on how to specifically get it, during his remembrance, I believe that you have to get Wilder's special ending. The reason why I say that is because I was sort of remembering when I was helping my friend Onyx get the Wilder ending for his end, and I remember that he's like, oh, I got the earring, stuff like that, and he was playing. I remember him playing around with that. Um, Next one I have, because these are all red Grand Browning scenes and everything for Wilder. But the next one I have is, um, this one where it has standard attacks enhanced with fire and follow-ups when using character skill for great swords only. And then this one right here, art gauge greatly filled when the ability is active. Now, this one, this was the original thing. Like the third one was the art gauge thing, but it was Stone Sword key possession, destroying expedition, and physical attack up +1. But whenever I was looking, because I was just looking for the hell of it, but I was like, when I was looking at the, some other little stuff and things, I found this one. I was like, okay, well, I'll maybe, um, do a thing with this for right now or something. And then we come to Guardian. So, Guardian's main thing that has 2 out of his 4 special abilities comes from the Witch's Brooch. You get this from doing his remembrance, specifically with the little interaction that you have with the Recluse. Now, there's technically 2 versions, but both of them honestly really do the same stuff. So, for this, you have a thing for Guardian where slowly restore nearby allies' HP while art is active. So basically what happens is, and I'm gonna actually go to the sparring ground real quick just to kind of show you guys. So when you pull off your ult, you do this, and if you hold your ult and everything, and if there's allies in your little bubble, little bubble thing, you can be able to refill not only your health but their health as well. And if you and you can't, and I know like you can't be able to hold the ult down the ult forever, but this is kind of like a little example. But like once once a game like tells you like, okay, you've used the ult long enough, you can be able to have like a little temporary invincibility for your allies, and the ability to refill your health and their health without them needing to use a flask. It's pretty nice. Second one is send guard. Successful guards send out shockwaves while ability is active, and +3 in vigor. So going back to going back to the sparring ground again, as we animate this little boyo. So the way I kind of like learned about this is if you do this little move right here, then that's how that's how you get the shockwave stuff. It's pretty much like a thing with Guardian's passive abilities, Steel Guard. Basically, what you do is you kind of like you plant your feet, you have like your shield out a bit more and everything, and if something hits it, then that'll happen. Next up is a Blue Grand Drizzly scene. Pardon me. Where it has increased duration of character skill, partially through restoration upon post damage attack, and +2 in vigor. So the duration of the character skill pretty much uses his exposed wing. So what happens is it kind of like makes like a little whirlwind type of thing, and some enemies can be staggered upon it, to before, like, you know, they're kind of like, like, you know, like, they're going all over the place, and you can be able to, you know, get some hits in. Partial HP restoration upon post damage attack, also known a lot of times as the Bloodborne rally effect. You know, if you can go get some, if you get hit, you can go to have the possibility of getting some of your health back. If you know, if you go to, you know, get the shots in good enough in time and everything. And then the thing of vigor, you know, always nice because vigor is kind of like that one little thing, more or less, that, you know, a lot of that I'd say at least a handful of Guardian players, you know, try and do. And the final one is a green Grand Trickle scene where it has, I think for Guardian, where it creates Whirlwind while charging Halberd attacks. So basically what happens is, if you do like a strong R2 attack, you got a little bit like a wind after effect happening there. Character skill cooldown reduction +2, and then ultimate arrow charge +3. Very nice little stuff in my opinion. So, you know, there's that. And I'm using Guardian's Goblet, which has 2 blues and a green, just in case anyone wanted to know. So, yeah. Oh, looky here. Apparently the Everdark Shaman boss is updated today. But yeah, so the way that I usually do things is I actually set that up. So the way I usually do things is I do the main bosses of the game. So in this case, no Balancers or Dreadlord. But I usually you know, do 2 bosses per stream at most, and depending on how things go, will determine whether or not, like, if I fully VOD the stream, or make like one little video out of something, or nothing at all. So for this, like, you know, so like for this case, I'm gonna be trying to hopefully get queued up in a Tricephalos, a Gaming Jaw Expedition, and if I could be able to, like, let's say, you know, get a successful thing against Tricephalos, but I can't be able to do anything against Gaming Jaw, then I would make a stream highlight video thing where I show my Tricephalos expedition from start to finish. And for the most part, I'll be keeping it on Twitch. But if we can't be able to do anything with the first, you know, getting in the first boss, whether it be like, you know, if we keep dying or people leave or, you know, what have you, then I will not VOD stream at all that day. You know, so, you know, wait for another time. And the way that I usually do things as far as, like, you know, rules and stuff goes is I usually play in trios most of the time with randoms because I only have one person that I know that would play Night Rain more or less, but kind of getting him to do it is kind of like always up in the air. No offense. You know, so, you know, I try to do a thing with, you know, trios of randoms, see how things go, and just hope for the best. Excuse me? It's one of those, and also one of those things where it's like I hope and pray that that the thing that happened there a moment ago does not happen. Because I don't really understand. Because I don't really understand why sometimes, like, you know, that kind of shit happens. Because like I don't know why that shit kind of happens sometimes, like it does. Matchmaking failed. Then I'm gonna create session. It's probably gonna do it again, isn't it? Yeah, sometimes there's these weird moments, and like I said, I don't know why it's a thing. Oh my god, dude. There's sometimes I don't know why it's a thing, but sometimes the game will have its moments where it's like, oh, failed to make, you know, to create matchmaking, you know, it's like returning to the lobby, or or you know what have you. So you know, sometimes like you know, giving out those fucking messages that you guys were seeing. Other times it'll be like, oh, and like, other times it'll be like, oh, you know, I get into it, I find a session, you know, I'll go to like the you know little character cutscene thing where it's like you know it shows me and you know whoever else. And sometimes, you know, those other two individuals might not be there, meaning something has gone awry. Okay. Nice too. A Raider. And possibly a Duchess. And yes, I decided to do a little thing of calling myself Guardian Solaire. Because that's what I am. Cause yeah, sometimes I might, you know, like have like the random funny names and all that stuff, while other times I might just, you know, go by, you know, my actual, my own little username thing. And the reason why I am call myself Guardian Solaire is because I am playing as Guardian with Knight Solaire's, you know, outfit and stuff on. I have, you know, I'm wearing just stuff and things, basically. HP. Just checking everything as much as I can. Okay, so we got a we got a Guardian Golem. Real nice resolve. Take that. I keep that on me for right now because it is a nice little thing to have. Okay, I'm gonna go here though. Because this is a holy place, and because we are facing Tricephalos, the one, you know, the one type of, you know, affinity thing that we want to try to get is holy. Alright. So now we'll switch that for that. Alright. Reckon we'll go up top now. I do kind of find it funny that it actually has a nice little thing. Give me the thing, please. Pike. I guess that'll do. Jumpy, 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 jumpy. Ow. Okay. Oh, I also noticed we have special merch. So for those that don't know what I mean by special merch, basically it's kind of like a rare special merchant that can actually have like more stuff than what you normally would be able to get. You know, so you can be able to get like so like say for example, like you can be able to get like some talismans. You can be able to get like Mystic Stone 2. You can be able to like get some little weaponry here and there and stuff like that. Very nice. It's very nice to see when very nice to see when it happens. I'll just take that for now. stamina. Oh, I want to definitely get me some Black Flame Blade. And I want to get that because, you know, that is always nice to have. If I see Black Flame Blade, if I see a thing that has like Black Flame Blade, then chances are like I'll always try and get it. Especially, especially like if I happen to be playing as Iron Eye, cause I can be able to like slap down on my, cause like I can be able to like you know, slap down on my, on a lot of my bows and everything. Level 6. I mean, I get as to why, you know, they did the thing. Alright, let's see. Currently at level 6 right now. How about like, you know, fucking things in my damn way? I probably would have held on to that Tom Stella. Edge. Oh. Okay. A little bit rough, but we got through nonetheless. Let's see. Emily. They got my home bitch. Oh boy. They're both level 8. Well, my dwarves is good at shooting. Now that we have a moment, I'm gonna next go up here. Look how stuff and things is in these chests. Oh shit. I saw the Smithing Stone 1. I kinda wanna get that at least for my my shield. I'm coming. Easily come on. bitch. I'm gonna go down real quick, just so I can be able to get like, you know, like a little refresh. And also maybe get some levels. Alright, let's see. Beer. Ow. Oh, bitch. Like some HP. Okay, we can still hang around here. Family heads. Holy ground. I don't know why, but like I thought for some reason that the fucking thing was, I don't know why, like I thought for some reason that the fucking thing was, you know, open. That one chest in particular. Do that for right now. Alright. We're gonna hit that. Well, now. Got another little refill thing. They may, one of them or both of them may probably, like, decide to go up top. Even though, like, I don't know what the boss is up top. I guess that old saying goes, like we're about to find out. I believe I hear what sounds like clip-clopping. Oh, lovely. It's this bitch. Ow. Ow. Hopefully I can hurry up. God damn it. Is the Raider can get me up that monster or something? Never mind. I was gonna say, like, if the Raider could get me up, I could be able to use my all and get the Duchess up, but Duchess is up and left. Most likely due to rage quitting. Let me get my fucking run. Let me get my runs, game. Thank you. All right. just being a fucking dream. I try and move. My last heal, unfortunately. Okay. So let's see. Can't get anything in particular. Alright, so even though it's a dagger and not a fucking halberd or even a spear at most, I do have a holy weapon. I do have Commander Standard. So I say like at most, if I go to, sort of like convince the, if I can sort of like, convince the, the raider to be like, hey, like, hey, let's do this, or like, let me, pop this, then get a little bit of a buff, and then, I'll probably like switch to maybe my dagger a little bit, or the dagger a little bit, and hope for the best. I'm kind of curious as to like how new this person is, especially like to playing as Raider. Because the one thing I've been kind of noticing is they've been known to like the one thing I've been kind of noticing is that they seemingly are like they're mainly like one-handing Raider's starting weapon, which usually for the most part, like if you always want to grab you always want two-hand it. But it is what it is. little tasty, a little spicy, tasty. But we got through it. So. That's decent, especially like if you were going for like, trying to like have your starting limit deal this. So I'll keep it for now. And I'm gonna sell that. Alright. So a bit of a little rough around the edges during an expedition, but we got through it. Yeah, we got through it, and that's the most important thing. Alright. Gaping Jaw, aka Adele. One boss I do not like deal with. I'd say probably like out of all the bosses in the game, or like in the base game and all that, I'd say Gaping Jaw is probably like the second worst boss, in the whole thing. Yeah, it's like he's like he's such a fucking pain. The first boss that I'd say is the worst is Equilibrium's Beast, aka Libra. Probably if I had to do like a top three, I probably would say Sentient Pest. I probably would say Sentient Pest is third. Muffin Puncher. Cause yeah, I'd say like the top three bosses that are the absolute worst are Libra, Gaping Jaw, and Sentient Pest. I'm gonna try to explain why Sentient Pest is on that thing. Depending on who you're playing as, it can be a bitch and a half on trying, to do anything against those two particular enemies. Because the thing is, like, you have to do like either like one or the other. And if sometimes it can feel like sometimes it can be nothing but pain. But I guess you could say like kind of like overall, it's like I don't actually need that. It's like that's be 2 cents, that's be 2 cents, it's like sometimes depending on who you're playing as, it can be annoying, sometimes annoying to deal with. Other times, it's like depending on like what you have and and like what you have, who you're playing as, could be nice. Now see this raider right here. Yeah, he knows what's up. You know, like he knows what's up in terms of like fucking um like actually two-handing. Tax afflict sleep. Oh, that's funny. A whip that causes sleep. I'll go ahead and take that. The old termination. Oh yes. So, for those that don't know, this raider in particular has they're wearing their remembrance attire. Basically, what it means is that they've taken off like the top part of their armor, and you actually get to see, what and you can see what they look like. So, random funny thing. So, random little funny thing, but I was kind of like playing around with like a little possible build. I was kind of playing around with like a little random possible build and everything. That involved Raider's character skill and everything. I was trying to like do a thing where it's like, oh, I'm gonna have like the damage take while using character skill, ups attack power and stamina. Like having like as much cooldown as possible. And my idea was I was wanting to try and like maybe make that into like a little build and making like a little build playthrough. Just see how things go. And just like see how things go. And the one thing I would be doing was I would actually be switching out the armor. Like I would literally be switching out the armor, look whatever from being the Onion Bro or the Onion Raiders, and everything he'd pretty much go from the Onion Raider to being like the Raider, the Raider reveals himself. I know that's not really much of a thing, to mention, but like it would be a thing. I actually want to try and go to get to this church before I forget it, because you want to have as much blast and stuff on you as possible. can be careful. Never mind. As soon as they say that, it's like, oh, they actually, they got it. That for the hell of it, I guess. Actually, you know what? I don't need that. Let's see what Mr. Shopkeep has today. Hey, you little bitch. Alright, I want to see what is up here. Holy ground. Yeah, they're not sure. Oh, they're going there. But yeah, the reason why I usually do like 2 bosses per stream, when I do kind of playthroughs, mainly it's because of how, mainly because like they take quite a bit of time because like there's the whole situation with queuing. Try to see you actually get like a successful thing. Um, Other times, and then another little thing is the time because like it is. I'm not saying like it's a time sink in like a bad way or whatever. But but it does take quite a bit. There's quite a bit of time. Okay, another special merch. Love to see it. Mostly, was it just me, or was I putting the Raider to sleep? Oh, Guffey! So I don't know if I actually saw. Okay, so we got a double balancer Raider. Okay. It's like, I think it's like it just randomly slipped my mind. It's like, oh wait, I don't think I was like, oh wait, I don't think I saw what my teammates' loadouts were. I tried to block. Nice. I'm thinking for now. Probably not gonna use it though, but look how stuff and things Merchman has this time. Okay. Alright, let's see. What to do, what to do. Okay. Let me just check the stream. Let me just kind of pause for a moment and check the stream, see how it's sounding and anything. Pause for a moment and check the stream. Okay. Cause I was kind of noticing in a sense that I was like, and even though like I'm not like, even though like I'm not like surprised, but sometimes like I remember to myself per se that it's like, you know, sometimes where it's like, you know, I'm trying to like do a new little thing, and then it's like, oh wait, you know, kind of have like that little, like that slight little stream delay. Oop, what's this? I'm not sure. I shall be the one to hold on to it. I don't actually take this proof stance break on this one. I'd say like a good portion of the time it's like, you know, I would, you know, if I do like an average drill thing and it's like, okay, like I want to actually, I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna take Runes of the Strong. But but then like there's those times where it's like, oh hey, like I'm going to actually, um, I'm actually like take this instead. Because it's like, oh, like maybe more possibility of stance breaking enemies. Maybe physical attack ups and stuff. So you never know. Oh, I see. I see it's a moose. Ow. Ooh. I got Loretta's Warsicle. What am I saying, people? That's what I'll do. I guess what I'll do is I'll hold on to Vikes War Spear for right now. Like, die faster, please. Eh. Like, die fast, please. Take a little line from Singularity from DBA. Like, die fast, please. I don't know 100% for sure, but... Ow! That's not supposed to be hitting me. As I was going to say, you know, figure out, go up top and see, like, you know, who the mystery boyo of the hour is. Commander Standard. Good old Standard of the Commander. Ow. Owie. Oh, get out of the storm. Ow. Fuck you. I'm trying to aim over here. Yeah. I think I was picking up what they were putting down. It was like, there's a little mark to be like, hey, like come over here so everything will get boss out of the storm. How? Like I was literally on the higher ground. Ow. My last heal. There we go. I probably actually have gotten right just having a raid, but it's fine. Round 2. Something else is coming. Oh no, not this fucker. As soon as I attempt to use it. Ow. I was about to say, as soon as I attempt to use my thing. There he goes off to the storm like a bitch that he is. Yeah, it's like... Oh my god, dude. Alright, next time raised. And into the thing we go. Level 14. I'm gonna put my my shield up a little bit. Oh, I just realized I had a fucking stone sword key on me. Oh, god damn it. No! I know I'm a bird, but I'm not tasty, and I'm not on the menu. Run. I was like, well, myself, just fucking, get on them. Okay. That went pretty nicely. Yeah, that's not bad. Alright. Okay. So, first two bosses down with our Guardian abilities build and all that. Gotta love it. Alright. Let's do that real quick. I'm going to, before I do my outro and stuff like that, I'll make sure my name's back to Mr. Rumble Roses. Alright, but yeah, so that was the beginning of my Guardians abilities build. Hope you guys have enjoyed the stream and everything like that though, and as always, just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I really and truly appreciate it. But yeah, we are going to try and see if we can find someone to raid, because I usually like being able to raid people after my streams, no matter if it's around my normal time frame or, you know, if it or like, you know, or if it's, you know, during a random stream that I do. So yeah. Alright. While I try and do the stuff and things, I guess we'll go ahead and kind of get things set up. Check out this stream real quick. We can do that. Okay, so I have one possible idea. It's someone I don't know. It's, you know, a random person and all that, but alright, we might see if we can read into this person. I don't know anything about them, but they haven't been live for that long, so. But anyway, um, because this is my 2-day slow week of streaming and everything like that, my next planned stream, if everything goes well, will hopefully be tomorrow, aka Thursday. I'm be doing some more Dead by Daylight, doing more of the Black Banquet event and everything. Um, and that's about it for right now. Um, and even though like I'm not gonna say 100% for sure, but I may or may not attempt to maybe like, you know, do a random stream with a thing like, you know, one of the some of the Everdark Sovereign bosses of this week. Which let me look at it again and see what there is. So probably doing Everdark Drift 9, I like to call them. Anyway, so we can do this raid. We can. Alright, so yeah, if you enjoyed what you saw today and everything, and you watch this on Twitch, feel free to give the channel a follow and become a Rumble Maniac today. If you want to follow me anywhere else online, you can check out my YouTube channel, give it a sub, and all the usual good stuff. Feel free to follow me on Twitter, maybe Blue Sky as well. And until I see you all in the next video or live stream, as always, take care everybody, and I hope you all have a good week or weekend.